Donald Trump this week decided he was just going to start throwing money down from the ceiling of Raw. Did you see it?
Actually, being the wrestling journalist I am, being on top of everything, I did not see it.
Here's what happened. They did this horrible segment where McMahon came out and he was bad-mouthing the crowd. And then Donald Trump did like this pre-tape, and then Vince tried to talk to the pre-tape like as if it were live.
Oh, no.
It was awful.
Did they stumble over each other's lines?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, hell.
It was so bad. It was so awful. And then they just started dropping money from the ceiling. And it wasn't, and Vince is like, that's just Monopoly money. But then they showed these people holding up, 50s and 100s and 20s and 5s and 1s and such. So they literally dropped real money from the ceiling.
Wow.
The most shocking part of the whole deal, the people, as they were getting this money, were like the most well-behaved people I've ever seen. They were literally just standing in place. And as the money dropped, they'd reach up in the air and see if they could grab it directly above their heads. No shoving, no fighting. It was very, very strange.
So what you're telling me is that these Trump McMahon segments have the power of massive Psycho Ward style sedation.
Hey, fellow crappers, it's your old buddy, it's your old pal, R.D. Reynolds here once again with Wrestle Crap Radio. And as always, on the other end of the tin cannon string is the Wrestling Society to my ex, Mr. Blade Braxton.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
RD's weekly trip to the grocery. Got a lot to talk about this week. Actually, I have two things to talk about. Let me ask you which one you'd rather hear about first. Would you rather hear about RD's weekly trip to the grocery or RD's trip to the computer store?
It might be nice for a change of pace, so why don't we hear about your trip to the computer store?
Okay. So I take in a computer this week, my laptop, in fact, and there's a fan in there that's making some kind of clickety-clackety noise.
Is that how you described your problem when you went into the computer store? I've got a clickety-clackety-clack.
In fact, I did. And the
Really?
guy was like, huh? This guy smelled exactly like a Salisbury steak.
Have you ever been around like an old man? They just have this old man smell.
Oh, I'm familiar with the old man smell.
What is that?
I guess as you get older, maybe they're decaying or something.
I'd rather smell like Salisbury steak than decay.
Well, just imagine what that guy's going to smell like. Anyway, I was at the Food Mart this week, went down the cereal aisle.
Oh, our favorite aisle.
Do you ever eat Froot Loops?
Yeah, I did, but as a child, I liked all the, I liked cereal characters more than the actual cereal.
Mm-hmm.
And my local off-brand had Fruit Rings, and it had a big freaking seal on the front of the box. Mm-hmm. And I like seals better than toucans.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you've, so you obviously haven't picked up Froot Loops lately.
I haven't picked up Froot Loops in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've made some modifications.
Oh, no. How do you modify a freaking hoop?
They are, and I'm putting my hands, here's what I want you to do, fellow crappers. I want you to take your hands, make two fists, just like R.D. Reynolds is doing right now. I'm shaking these fists right out in front of me. Okay? I want you to do this too, Blade Braxton. Are you doing it?
I'm
Are you doing it right now?
I got my other hand on the phone. You want me to drop the phone?
Okay, you can only do it with one, but fellow crappers, you're not doing anything that would require both hands. Or one hand, I would hope. Anyway, you take 2 fists, you put them right underneath, about 6 inches beneath your armpit, like you're Superman. Chest out, your butt back. Are you doing it?
I'm doing it in front of a mirror, and damn, do I look good? Do I look buff?
Chest stuck out. And this is how they've modified Froot Loops. They've made them Colossal Froot Loops. Because apparently regular-sized Froot Loops just not big enough. You need them colossal. Big!
So now you're telling me I open up a box of Froot Loops and there's like 2 Froot Loops inside now, huh?
There may be. It may be, that's what I was thinking. If you need new tires on your bike, you ride down the road with your Froot Loop tires, you get hungry and you pull over and you take a chomp out of it. You hear that? I'm about ready to just yank the cord from the wall. It's the Faxtrolla, kids. I don't even want to talk about any more wrestling news. I don't want to. I don't. I'm in a mood to stop the show right now. How dare that guy? How dare he say that I'm old enough to be his father? How old was he? Like 2?